So we've come up here to the Gergeti Trinity Church and check it out. This church is probably positioned in one of the most beautiful spots. It's sitting right up here in the mountains. That's Mount Kazbek is up here in underneath the clouds. And there's something interesting here that they haven't been able to figure out what it's about. But it's quite clearly what looks like two dinosaurs. But when this got built, I'm not sure when it was, but they wouldn't have been T-Rex just roaming around. They know that it's not like just graffiti from some kids. They've sort of studied it. So it's a bit of an oddity of this church, the dinosaurs there. And you got this. So that's a bit of an odd thing, but it's absolutely beautiful church. And look at the mountains up behind here. Last time I was here, I was very lucky. I walked up from the bottom, and I was walking through thick mist the entire way, and you couldn't see the church until the mist actually sank down kind of into the valley, and it ended up looking like the church was just hovering, because we're sitting on top of a hill here. It looked like it was just sitting kind of above the clouds, like it was in heaven or something. We're heading up to, there's a glacier up here, so we're going to try to get up to a glacier today. But anyway, here you go. The Gergeti Trinity Church. The sun's just about to come up over the mountains. Beautiful. And here we go, Stephansminder, or Kazbeki. Seems to have two names. I'm not sure what the go is with that. There's all sorts of fantastic inscriptions on this. I don't know, they look like pine cones hanging or something. Some really cool odd stuff. So you can see the Gergeti Trinity Church just sitting here, and those beautiful Caucasus mountains that we're in. Last time I was here, there was this heavy fog and it just sat down about here, and it looked like the church was floating in the sky. So we're trekking up. There's a trail from the church, leads up here, up the ridge. There's another one that goes down the side here, but we've decided to take the ridge line up through this. I guess it's a birch or something like that, starting to turn. Autumn, well, we're well and truly in autumn, but you wouldn't tell it down in Tbilisi where it's like 35 degrees. I'm gonna make our way up, see how we go, get to there's a glacier we want to go check out, and we may not be able to get to it. There were some pretty heavy clouds up on the Mount Kazbek this morning. Might mean that there's a glacier river that you need to cross, and if there's been any storm activity up on the mountain, that river just comes up too much, which I found last time I was up here, and I got stuck for bloody 4 days on the wrong side of the river. That was a lesson well learnt, so we won't make that mistake again. Coming up this ridgeline section of the trail here is a lot better. If you're coming to do this, I suggest not doing the one which is the most worn path, is the one down on the side down here. Coming up this ridgeline, it's beautiful. You got views the whole way, and And just from down here, there were much better views of Mount Kazbek, still under cloud. It's such a beautiful hike. So pretty easy going, unless you're actually going up the mountain, of course. But if you're just trying to get to, well, there's a river and a glacier, but just to a viewpoint even, it's not hard going. And look at it. I mean, we've really done well with the weather today. Absolutely fantastic. Get up to the glacier. I'm pretty sure it's called Gergeti Glacier. It's Mount Kazbek. We got the, here we go, work. This is the easy way to come up. So awesome, mate. Come on, Jova. Well, this is I wanted to show you guys something, and we'll try to get up closer to the glacier, but I just compared a photo from 7 years ago when I stood right here of the glacier, and the comparison of them, and I'll see if I can load this up, is heartbreaking. Anyone that thinks that global warming isn't a thing, come up into the mountains and have a look at some glaciers, because the photo I've got from 7 years ago shows the ice. It looks like it's lost about maybe 50 to 100 meters depth of ice on the glacier here. It used to be right up this rock side and coming down here, so it's absolutely insane to see how much that is. That glacier has retreated and has shrunk in size. But the other thing that I'm seeing here, last time I was here, I camped down here, and now there's a bloody big mountain hut there. And I can see they're building another one here. There's a big satellite dish here, so, and I don't remember seeing any horses coming up here last time as well. So yeah, tourism's kicking off as the glacier is pissing off. Anyway, we're going to come along this edge here, see if we can cross the Glacier River, which 7 years ago was quite difficult to do. Well, 7 years ago, I spent about an hour or two throwing rocks in to create a bridge to get across. This river was raging. There was a lot of snow up here. That was in June. Now, there's a bridge and a mountain hut. So the kind of, it's not quite the mountain adventure that it used to be. So, geez, that would have made my life a lot easier if it was there 7 years ago. But it's amazing to see the difference. Like, I'm here in September, I guess, but back in June all of this was covered in snow. Yeah, the closer I get, the sadder the glacier looks. The more and more I can see that it's really retreated back, and even the top layer of the glacier is, I don't know, maybe lost 10 to 20 meters. Yeah. But now, well, you don't have to pitch a tent and do what I did and weather a storm for 3 days. You can sit in here and have a beer. So I think that's what we're going to go and do. Man, we're pushing for the glacier, but we're racing against the weather a bit, and the wind's picking up and the rain's coming. It's not looking that great to be in the mountains, but we just want to go and touch the glacier, Pachamama, and then head back down again. So we're just a bit of a race against the weather right now. And here it is, the Gergeti Glacier. This is just one big giant piece of ice. Mount Kazbek, 5,050 meters. Interestingly, the very summit of Mount Kazbek is the border of Georgia and Russia, and the trail to the summit, which goes up the glacier, you actually enter Russian territory if you're doing a summit push. But this is great to finally get here 7 years later. The weather was horrific last time I was here, and there was no chance of getting up even this far. This was all snow. This is all ice actually, you can see. This is all part of the glacier. But it just gets more and more sad the closer I come up to this, because I can tell 7 years ago where the glacier used to be and far out. It was, wow. I mean, it was a hell of a lot thicker. This it's receded. It used to be right down the valley here, and it was thick pretty much the whole way up here like this. So it has lost a whole lot. Wow. But anyway, we're here. Let's go touch it. Let's go touch the Gergeti Glacier for the very first time. Wow, this is very different to that Hopper Glacier that I crossed in Pakistan. This looks like just one giant slippery slide down. I can't believe the last time I was here 7 years ago, the trekking company stitched me up and told me I didn't need crampons, and that was why I ended up getting stuck down here between a raging river and a glacier for bloody 4 days, 3 days or 4 days. And I keep finding that trekking companies are the ones giving me the worst information whenever I try to head up across glaciers or into the mountains. So I don't trust them anymore. First touch. Here we go. Pachamama, Pachamama. That's a South American thing, but anyway, here we are. Wow, look at it. Here it is, just melting away. Come on your little trip into Georgia, come up to Gergeti Glacier before it's gone, because this is insane how much this has disappeared just in 7 years. Like, who knows, another 7 years this might not be here. Oh, I'm actually going into a glacier. Is this smart? I'm in a glacier cave. Wow, this is just ice. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh shit. Oh. Well, this is something that my mum would definitely not like to see me doing. And that's going underneath the glacier. So far out. Look at this ice. No, I'm not going any further now. It's freaking me out. I'm heading out. You coming in, Jackson? Whoa, one time, one opportunity, M&M. So, not to just finish climbing under a glacier, I've decided to go over it as well. Not the whole way, but I really wanted to see, because my offline map shows the trail goes straight up, and I cannot fathom that a trekking company, like this is all just ice, would say, yeah, that's fine, and this glacier goes a bloody long way up and it just looks like one chute, and the trekking company say, yeah, it's fine to do this. without crampons. Like, oh my god. So I'm not going to go far. I just wanted to say I've actually walked on the Gergeti Glacier. Tick, done. Back down the mountain we go. Alrighty. You know what is even? So I was just looking on the maps, see where the trail was. The offline maps shows the glacier was 250 meters that way, and it was a lot higher. It was the whole way up here, obviously. Yeah. Kazbek's trying to, you can just see the summit there. He's trying to clear himself, but it's like it's on fire. The clouds are just building on the mountain. There it is, there's the summit. All three of us are standing here looking at the way down, and we don't remember it being anywhere near as steep as that. This will be great for the knees. I'm just going to slide down. Roll out, Autobots. Follow me to infinity! Are they following? Probably doesn't look like it, but it's just so steep and rocky, this section here. So momentum is our friend, gravity is our friend. If you hit the brakes too hard, that'll be it. You'll be on your rear end. Yeah, you gotta go with it. This is what I remember about trekking in the Caucasus. Blue skies one moment and bloody hailing the next. Absolutely. There was some decent hailstones earlier and it's just coming in. Shit. It's got pretty black in the mountains pretty quick. This is how we got caught in the storm last time I was here. So we're coming through this lovely little forest. And we're just boosting. On the home stretch now. Catch you later, Mount Kazbek. Gergeti Glacier. Heading back down, there's the Gergeti Trinity. Beer at the little mountain hut, we'd be down in our little guest house. It's nice and dry. Where's the fun in that? Wow! When the storm's getting closer, it's absolutely insane. This is insanity. So this is the day after the hike up the top there. Well, not to the top, that would have been good, wouldn't it? That would have made a great video. But you can see from that storm yesterday when we were coming out, there's a whole heap of snow on the mountain now where there wasn't snow yesterday. So that's pretty incredible. That was an incredible storm from the run out, and then all night last night it just did not stop, thunder and lightning and hail. And it reminded me of the time I was up there camping 7 years ago when I got caught in a storm just like that. That's, wow, lasted for days. But also behind here, it's melted off a little bit now, but this morning these were all covered in snow from the storm last night as well. So what a just a gorgeous little part of the world here, eh? But I am, well, let's not fall off this ledge. I'm leaving tomorrow, and my little buddies, they've left this morning, so they've headed off elsewhere. So the team is split up. So 3 amigos are no longer, and I'm by myself home. But we'll find some more people, and I'm off to another interesting town tomorrow. Not entirely sure how to get there, so we'll figure that one out. I'm going to get something to eat, and hopefully you've enjoyed Kazbek.